They say young people are fucking less than ever. I have no studies to cite. I'm just going to assume you've heard this too. I thought about this while I was watching Deadwood. If you haven't seen it, it's a Western, TV show, HBO, early 2000s. Really an incredible artistic creation. Ian McShane blows my mind in it. It was while I was watching Ian McShane try to pass a kidney stone that I realized the title was very clearly Deadwood. The show offers a very fascinating point of view on life from a real time and a real place in history. In every episode, people are doing two things: dying and fucking. It made me wonder if the threat of everyday death impels people to fuck. Hence, you're dead, or you've got some wood. But this extends further into culture. It extends into my mind and through a rabbit hole of curiosity, wondering what the fuck happened to the rom-com as we knew it. I just watched Splash with Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks, and John Candy. It's hilarious and romantic and weird and disturbing. Even though it's a rom-com, it was reminiscent of Lynch's Elephant Man and Spielberg's E.T. Films where beings considered freaks are examined and at risk of being killed to be better understood. There's this idea that if we can understand a freak, maybe we can better understand life beyond humanity. One definition of humanity is simply benevolence, or the quality of being well-meaning. But I don't find humans to always be well-meaning. Recently, I started watching the series Love Story about JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bissett's life. I actually really like the show, and I have no reason to put it down because it's really well done. And in my travels, I've met Sarah Pigeon, and she's a lovely person who really gives a great performance as Carolyn Bissett. But on the subject of Daryl Hannah, I've read that she's very unhappy with her characterization in the show. Before watching the show, I didn't know much about Hannah. But as someone who was recently diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum, I decided to research her. She absolutely fascinates me for being someone on the spectrum who has pushed past so many hurdles and proven the humanity of people on the spectrum. I watched one late night episode where her and Julia Roberts were being interviewed at the same time. I think it was for Steel Magnolias. It seemed to me that Roberts was comforting her, and at times Hannah's hands were stimming, something she seemed to be trying to hide. I think some of this is skewed by Dre Hemingway's interpretation of her in Love Story, but I still think Hemingway is a great actress. She was in Sean Baker's Starlet, which you should check out if you like Enora. What I'm trying to get at here is that I think Splash is amazing. Daryl Hannah gives a wonderful performance that I think really translates some of the autistic experience through mermaids, intentionally or not. I mean, she literally learns how to act human to some degree by watching television. And Tom Hanks delivers the everyman performance he will forever be known for. And John Candy gives us the warm-hearted goofball I wish he could have continued to give us far, far many more times. I read that Roger Ebert did not like the film. Roger Ebert's core thesis seemed to be that John Candy and Tom Hanks should have swapped roles. Yes, you can read that on Wikipedia too. I wonder if Ebert was expressing a problem with the film, or as a man whose weight fluctuated throughout his life, he would have rather seen his representation on screen. No judgment, I've been heavy throughout my life too. All I'm saying is we want to see a human truth on screen. It's important. But the human truth, when really broken down, is a subjective experience. So, if someone doesn't like a piece of art, that's fine. Maybe the freak they see on screen, they don't relate to. Or they judge. I mean, go ahead. Say you don't like something. But don't expect the world to take your experience as their individual truth. My truth is in the heart of Deadwood. Dying and fucking. Whatever the fuck that means.